What's good, YouTube? It's your boy King Leo. Today I'm bringing you guys a Dynasty League mock draft 12 team. I started my Dynasty League last year, so I have not done any Dynasty mocks. I haven't even looked at it at all. So this is going to be for my first Dynasty mock, but I know a lot of you guys, are probably starting one up this year. Just give some pointers out. I think I'm in a really good spot in my league. I did a rebuild, but I got some balance to it draft at the startup, and right now I'm a top 3 team in the league. I've got 4th place in the playoffs last year, so we're looking good. We're on the incline. Everything starts here at the draft. Now, what pick are we gonna have? Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 12 for me.
A random number between 1 and 12.
Pick 11. Okay, so we're gonna be doing this from the back end of the draft. We're just going to start this thing up. It's a 1 quarterback, 2 flex league. A lot of you guys might be in super flex, 3 receiver, 3 flex. Everybody's different. But let's jump into it. Let me know what formats you guys want to Bijan Robinson. Oh my God. Jonathan Taylor is going 4th. Wow. So Brees Hall is number 10. We see some surprises at the start of this mock. It should be Jefferson Chase, I still believe, 1 and 2. Bijan at 1. Bijan should go in the first round, but 1 is crazy. Taylor at 4 is wild to me. I think Mahomes is worth the first round pick. Lamb, AJ Brown, Wilson, Brees Hall. Wow. Okay. That completely threw me for a loop. Wow. So I am a fan of going young, but you do need to have some balance to it. Like, you could just go in straight win now. I think have a plan, but when you guys go into your drafts, be like, I want to win now. Or I want to build a rebuild team to build with. But I think the best thing is to try to find that balance. Looking at it right now, I think I really, really want to find my building blocks. I think the best thing to do is build around pass catchers because they have longer longevity in the league. Running backs, they tend to die out quicker, but you do have guys like Gibbs, young rookie, ETN as well, guys that are going to last a few years in the league. But I think you should always start out your team of building pass catchers. Waddle as a talent is phenomenal. Chris Olave. I didn't want to go with Jalen Waddle though. Almond-Ra is in that conversation too. Pay Jalen Waddle, super young dude, been productive since he got into the league. Taking him there. And then I think I want to go with Jahmyr Gibbs, rookie running back, elite pass catching upside. If you're in full PPR, yeah, for sure. This is a half PPR. The Lions loved him. I think, 4 or 5 years from now, even if he's not as effective as a runner because he has that wear and tear, he's still going to have the pass catching upside. So I think he is a great building block. He's probably a top 5 Dynasty running back right now. I think he's better than Jonathan Taylor going into it for sure. See Kelsey come off the board in the 2nd round. DK Metcalf. Tony Pollard. Okay. Quarterback wise, I do like securing up Herbert if you can get him. With Kellen Moore there, they're going to air the football out. I think he's going to be phenomenal. Still really young, 25 years old. Running back wise, not a big fan of this running back grouping here. I do like Pierce, but we're still in the 3rd round, back of the 3rd round, but we're trying to build the building blocks of our team. Smith and Jigba, Kyle Pitts, Hawkinson. Yeah, I think you got to build around pass catchers. Now, the way that this is shaping up, ADP-wise, with it trying to kick me out, we are going to have to go young because, I would like to take a guy like Smitty or a guy like, really just Smitty win that range. But Jackson Smith and Jigba as a talent is phenomenal. I think Tyler Lockett is going to be out the door next year. So right now we are kind of looking like a rebuild team. I think Jackson Smith and Jigba at the end of the year could gain a lot of steam, kind of like how Amon-Ra did 2 years ago. But I just love his talent. Can line up inside. I think he has outside ability. He just didn't do it at Ohio State because they had Garrett Wilson, Olave, Marvin Harrison. So I think Jackson Smith-Njigba is the guy to go with there. Select him. And then I think you really want to get a tight end here if you can. Hawkinson is, 26 years old. That's a good pick. Kincaid, he is a rookie tight end, but I think as a talent, he's great. But I'm going to go with Hawkinson. Pass-heavy offense, 26 years old. They traded for him, so they're going to use him in that offense there. So I like our building blocks. This is the core grouping of our team. Gibbs, Waddle, and Jigba, Hawkinson. 3 out of the 4 picks are pass catchers. These guys are still going to be effective 5 years from now, for sure, bearing injury. Running backs is the question, but we do have a rookie running back in Gibbs. So see a run on quarterbacks: Lawrence, Herbert, Fields. Okay. I think at this point I do want to wait it out, even though Richardson's upside is so crazy though. He's risky because you don't know if he's going to translate, but his rushing floor is going to keep him productive this year, and the upside as well is just crazy. And looking at it, I don't want to go with another receiver right now, I don't believe. But I do want to get some guys that could potentially help me win now. And I think a guy like that is James Conner, who I really like a lot. I think he's going to be great this year. He is up there in age. So consider right now it's probably the highest value he's going to have. Rashad White, I do like, young guy. You know what? Ooh, this is tough. Looking at it ADP-wise, Richardson is going very high. I think we're going to try to get some vets in here to build a balance to it, though. Wow, his ADP is down there. We can wait on him then. Pacheco. This is an interesting spot. We're going to go with DJ Moore, actually. We're going to add another pass catcher because DJ Moore, a veteran guy now, new offense. I think he's D4 short one in the Bears offense. I think Fields is elevating as a player. So I think DJ Moore will be a solid pick there. I really want to snag one of these running backs, but I'm just not too high on like Aaron Jones or Cam Akers. Pacheco's in a great offense, but I kind of want to hold out for James Conner. This is a tough spot. It's kind of like, where do you want to go? Is there another receiver here that we like a lot? No, like crazy values, I feel like. I do think Amari Cooper is going to be really, really good this year. We're going to pick Amari. I think he's going to have a phenomenal year. We're trying to build a balanced team right now. I could go full rebuild. Like I could have picked Richardson. But I want a team that has the capability of winning now. And I think this team can definitely be in the playoffs right now. We want to see if James Conner can get to us. And wow, he goes the pick before. That hurts my feelings. I think he's going to have a great year. Quarterbacks on the board. We have Watson, so we can get like a Watson. Ooh, Tua 2. So we can go with like a Tua Waddle stack or a Watson Amari stack. And then we definitely need to pick running back. David Montgomery would be a good pick if you didn't have Gibbs already. Not too high on A-Chain as a talent, but he's the youngest back there. He's going to be used a lot. You know what? I think Alvin Kamara, even though he's going to miss those first couple games, I think Derek Carr has a good understanding of who Alvin Kamara is as a player with him being a veteran. I think that they're going to try to get him involved and, basically work him out throughout his contract. 28, he's not going to give a lot of long-term value for you, but, if I'm trying to build a balanced team that can win now, I'm going to go with Alvin Kamara here. Watson goes, so that kind of makes our pick for us. We're going to put a Tua and Waddle stacked together, which could be big booming. Don't know if Tua would be our QB of like the future locked in. We would definitely look into it in the future rookie draft classes. But for now, that'll work. So that's the starting lineup player-wise. We have Tua, Gibbs, Kamara, Waddle, Smith and Jigba, Hockenson, DJ Moore, Amari Cooper. I think that team could go 212-man league. This team could definitely sneak into the playoffs. You have the pass catching upside there. Really good offense with Gibbs. And then we have the stack with Tua and Waddle. Smith and Jigba, I think he's going to be a guy that just emerges late in the year. I think early in the year he's going to kind of have to fit in and try to find his role in the offense, but he's too talented not to be utilized. They'll get him going. Hockenson is a top 3 tight end. I think Moore and Amari Cooper both are set for big years. Anyways, we are back on the board. Bryce Young and CJ Stroud go. Let's look at it. Quarterback-wise, Dak Prescott, Daniel Jones. Do have some guys there. Kirk Cousins, Geno, Goff. Running back-wise, you got Khalil Herbert, Algier, Tank, Roshan. Let's look at receiver. Okay, I think I'm going to receiver. I like Elijah Moore for this year. If you were trying to build a win now. But I think I'm going to pick Marvin Mims, dynasty-wise, because, one, he's the first pick Sean Payton has made as a Broncos head coach. He's going to get utilized. He's very young. I love his contested catch ability. I love his athleticism. I think he can potentially grow into be a really big player in the NFL. The receiver room right now is crowded, though. Sutton, Judy. But I think over time, I think Mims will really get himself established in the league. And I think Sean Payton is going to find ways to get him the football. Then with our next pick, we might go quarterback. And Tua is injury prone, so we might need a guy. I think Daniel Jones is a possibility because it's also good he has that rushing floor every week. And he's elevating his game. They're putting more and more talent around him. Darren Waller, Hodges is emerging. They picked Jalen Hyatt. Kirk Cousins is a good win now quarterback. They're going to air the football out. Geno as well. Goff as well. Ooh. How old is Jared Goff? 28. Didn't Daniel Jones finish really? He was QB 9, but Geno was QB 5. I know, but with Daniel Jones being 26 as well, we're going to take Daniel Jones. A lot of young talent going off the board. This is where it gets deep in these late rounds where you guys just got to do your research, see who you like as a player, and just take them. We're not going to go quarterback. Running back. I'm not too big of a fan of a lot of these guys. I do like Izzy as a talent. I do like Jaden Reed as a talent. I think Jacoby Myers could have a solid year. Offense isn't that good. I don't know how healthy Jimmy Garoppolo is, but he is like number 2 receiver there. Tight end, you got some guys. Chig, Musgrave, Isaiah Likely. Isaiah Likely is a great player. He's just behind Mark Andrews. So if Mark Andrews was to ever get hurt, I think Likely would pop off. I think he would likely pop off. Yeah. Chig. This is so hard. I think I'm gonna pick Chig. Think he led the league in yards per route run for tight ends. This is kind of like a dead spot. I do like Jacoby Myers for like win now if I needed a guy to step in there. But it's like I love the long-term value of younger guys like Jaden Reed. I really, really liked his game a lot, evaluating him this year at Michigan State. Tank Dell, great report. Cedric Tillman. There's a lot of good young pass catchers. Okay, I might wait on the pass catchers. Grab me another running back. Samaje Perine is probably going to be the most productive this year out of these guys. I think the offense in Denver is going to be a lot better. Plus, Javonte is coming off of ACL. So we're going to pick Samaje. And then I'm going to put y'all onto some of them young receivers. We're going to try to double down on 2 of them if we can get them. Banakanda. And we are going to get both of them. Now, I do like Tank Dell, but I don't like Tank Dell as much as I like Michael Wilson. Michael Wilson, let me tell y'all something about it. 23 years old, a little bit older. All of those rookies are this year with the whole COVID situation thing. They got the extra year. But Michael Wilson as a player, 6'2", you see it, 213, so he's a big kid. Great route runner, good separation quickness, good after the catch, solid athlete. I think he checks all the boxes. I think he's going to be the number 2 receiver in Arizona. By the end of the year, they got Marquise Brown, but after that, it's kind of Rondale Moore, a bunch of other smaller guys. I think Michael Wilson is going to be the number 2 guy by the end of the year and going forward. Thing about him, why he fell in the draft was because he couldn't stay on the field, injuries. I think he had shoulder problem, lower body problems. So if he didn't get hurt, I think he would have been a fringe, top of the 2nd round player. I loved him. I think he was my wide receiver 4 or 5 in the draft class from a talent perspective. So yeah, I really, really, really love the player. We're going to take him here. Next guy, another rookie receiver that I love, Cedric Tillman. So I got onto Cedric Tillman not by watching his film. I was watching Jalen Hyatt film. And watching Tennessee's offense, and I'm trying to keep eyes on Jalen Hyatt, I'm looking at Cedric Tillman. I'm like, who's this guy on the other side making all these crazy plays? Cedric Tillman, big body, gonna high point the football. I think he's solid as a route runner, solid as an athlete. His play strength and physicality, he plays like a big receiver. I think I honestly liked him a little bit more than Quentin Johnston. Now, Quentin Johnston's upside is higher than Cedric's because of how young he is, and I think he is a better athlete overall. But Cedric Tillman plays like a big dude, and he's been really, really good in training camp. They're saying that he's phenomenal. So, yeah, if you want to grab Cedric Tillman and Michael Wilson in these parts of your draft, even if you got to reach for them, I'm telling you guys right now, those guys are awesome players to basically just keep stashed. Now, I only got 4 more bench spots. Dynasty leagues usually go a little bit longer, but I didn't want this video to be a whole hour long. Another receiver I'm going to put y'all on to, Puka Nacua is good, but Charlie Jones. I love Charlie Jones' game in Cincinnati. Not going to be too productive this year, but I think if Boyd's contract is up and Higgins, if both of them go, Charlie Jones is going to step in and be great. I love his route running ability, his the way he utilizes his stem. Liked him as an athlete. The only thing, contested catches, like focus, body control. He ate the Big 12 up. He led college football in, I think it was yards. It was him or Rasheed Rice, but I love Charlie Jones' game. This pick, we're going to pick Isaiah Likely. Like I said, he's a great player, great athlete in an offense that utilizes tight ends, but he is behind Mark Andrews. So it's kind of like a handcuff type of guy there. Then we're going to look at, let's see, we probably need to grab another running back. Kenny Gainwell, Sean Tucker. I think Kenny Gainwell is probably the most likely to see good production. I don't know what the Jets are doing. Their running back room is so crowded with the signing of Dalvin Cook, Zamir White. He does have opportunity to eventually become the starter if Josh Jacobs goes. But we're going to pick Kenny Gainwell. High rushing offense. We do need to nab another quarterback, I think. Oh, this is a defense and kicker league. I forgot. So yeah, we need a defense and kicker. And that kind of sucks so bad. Wow. I think just for this year's purposes, we're going to pick the Saints. They play a cupcake schedule. Tennessee, Carolina, Green Bay, Tampa, New England, Houston. Then it gets kind of, see what it looks like at the end. Carolina. So yeah, I would pick, I think the Saints just because of their schedule. I think the Bengals have a little bit more young talent on the roster, but schedule-wise, Saints is just a dub. And then we're going to take Justin Tucker. Get the kicker out of the way. One more pick for us, or is it two? We get two. Puka Nakua. Just love saying his name. Right here, we're just looking for a boom player. I don't know who's like a boom guy here at running back that can just turn out to be great. Justin Ross. Interesting name. Isaiah Hodgins is not getting drafted until this late. Last year, hold on, what did he do last year? Does it have it? Where's the game logs? So last year, for some reason I thought he performed a lot better. I mean, I thought he performed a lot better. He was getting some touchdowns though. A.T. Perry, another big body receiver. That's a rookie. We're going to go ahead and pick Charlie Jones. I love his game. I think he's a taxi squad guy you throw on there. And then we're going to hold on tight end. I guess we will just pick... Oh, actually, another taxi squad guy, DTR. He's been phenomenal in the preseason. Something that happens to Deshaun, I think he's going to be good. He has a rushing upside. Like, yeah, I'll be happy with this draft. It went younger than what I, initially wanted to, but that's never a bad thing. But I think the way this lineup started out, I think this is a playoff team. You just have to see. And then, Dynasty is not just about draft day. That's where it starts, but each trade matters. Each waiver claim matters. So let's keep that in mind. Let me know what you guys think about this draft. Let me know how you guys doing your Dynasty draft. Any questions you have. Any other type of mock draft formats you want to see. Any builds you want to see. Just let me know in the comment section. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate it. But other than that, that's going to be the end of the video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Peace.